guys, hello and happy Friday. I just kind of wanted to expand on that quote that I posted earlier, so I figured I'd make a video about it. So the quote is by The Rising Woman, by the way, Instagram page. I found them and I really like their stuff. You can't make your partner do the work, but you can lead by example. You can't force your partner to change, but you can make changes that ultimately shift the tone of the relationship. You can't convince your partner to be different, but you can practice seeing them in their highest light and shifting how you show up. This is the inner work. So I really like this because I feel like it applies a lot to our situation, being with someone who is an addict and struggles with addiction issues. And of course, it doesn't apply to everything, like abusive relationships and things like that, but it does apply to our situation, especially my situations. Maybe you can relate to this. So there have been times in the past where, let's say I was doing a lot better, and I would want to also have my partner kind of take part in that too. Like, I would want them to improve, and I would want them to be doing better and everything, and I thought that I could influence that. So I would have them, like, go and work out with me, or read this book, or do this thing that I was doing, and I always, kind of forced it on them because I wanted them to experience the same thing. Like I'm doing all this stuff, I'm doing a lot better and I'm feeling a lot better and I want you to experience that too. So, do this thing with me. And I realized that, like, I don't know, even if they did do it, it didn't really like stick and they weren't like as excited about it. And it works the same way, when they would do that to me, I'd be like, okay, well, it seems interesting, and I would look into it, because I thought it was worth looking into, but sometimes it just wouldn't stick because it wasn't something that I felt inclined to do. So that's just something that I wanted to mention because uh, as as recovering codependence, or just someone who wants to see their partner succeed or whatever, it's easy to want to do that, and sometimes, like I said, it can help, but a lot of the times, it just kind of sets it up for disappointment or resentments, because then you start thinking like, well, I just wanted to do this for you and you're not doing it, or why do I even bother, or whatever. But the thing is that everybody has their own thing that they, use to recover and to take care of themselves and to improve themselves. And, there's nothing wrong with giving opinions or giving suggestions or anything, but you just can't take it to heart. Just mention it, and if it doesn't stick, then that's fine. Just don't take it personally. But another thing too is that, the thing is that no two recovery paths will be the same, and no two people will be the same. That's just how life is. So, you can't get stressed thinking that, like, they need this, or, anything that I used to think like that. Well, they need it, or what are they going to do if they don't have this information? They'll be fine. They're going to figure it out themselves. You can't control everything, and you can't, be so attached to the things that they use for their recovery. So that's another thing. And also, I mean, that, they're a good person, and you love them, and you're in a relationship with them, and, like, the reasons for that are good, and you want to be able to, emphasize that and remember that and stuff, because you don't want to, get so buried in resentments or trying to change the other person that you forget, like, how amazing they are and why you love them in the first place. So it's always good to remember these things, and I thought this was a really good quote to kind of expand upon, and, I feel like I said, a lot of us can relate to that. So if you have any extra comments or any extra thoughts about it or anything you'd like to add, please let me know.